What do men really want in a woman?
When a man is ready to get married, one of the top characteristics that he's looking for is a wife who will bring him peace, not stress. If you go through the Proverbs 31 woman, what you'll find about this woman, the Bible says that her husband can rest safely in her heart. She brings peace to him and peace to his home. Her value is far above rubies because of the peace that she brings. The Bible tells men to run from women who are cantankerous, who are always into something. So the number one characteristic a man's looking for is, can you bring him peace to his life, to his home? If he senses that you'll be stressful, if he senses that you'll be nagging, he's going to walk away no matter how good you look, no matter how spiritually mature you are. He's looking for a wife to bring him peace.
One thing that all men crave from you. Oftentimes men can be confusing and their desires are not always clear, but this can give you a powerful edge to make any man start to feel deep feelings of love for you. I'm Brody Boyd with Magnetize Your Man, and as a professional love coach for over 13 years, here's what I've seen. So this principle is called letting him be your hero. Men want to feel like they can solve problems for you and they can do things for you and that you will value what they have to offer. So I remember early on when I was dating my wife, Antia, I decided for my birthday one time that I was going to take my motorbike with her all the way around the island of Oahu. And it was a great idea. I thought. She said yes. We went to the beach and then we started driving all the way around. But however, it ended up being a lot longer than either of us had anticipated. And it started to get dark and a little bit scary. And what I loved is that she wasn't overly critical. She wasn't freaking out. She was trusting me, encouraging me along the journey. And at the end, she had appreciated how I got us home safely. And yes, I wouldn't want to put her in a situation like that. And it was a pretty stupid idea. But I loved the way she handled it and allowed me to solve the problem and be her hero in that moment. So it's very powerful.
There's three things that every man looks for in a woman when he's looking to settle down, commit, and take serious. And as always, this is coming from a man's perspective. I know how men think, and I gotta let y'all know I'm your big brother Russ. The first thing is, are you a good communicator? In any relationship that you're ever gonna be in, there's going to be conflict, there's gonna be disagreements, there's gonna be some arguments. And it takes a good communicator to get through those tough times. The moment that we see that you're not a good communicator, it's over. It's not gonna last, so why waste our time? The second thing is how you move, whether you're in a relationship or not. Meaning, whether you're in a relationship or not, you move with self-respect. How you are when you're not in a relationship says a lot about your character, and we notice that. And the third thing that every man looks for, and please do not take this the wrong way, I'm just letting y'all know a guy's perspective, is you're not easy. And I don't mean it like that. I mean, you're not always in a relationship. You don't need to be in a relationship. You don't need a man. So when we do come into your life, or you allow us to come into your life, it's that much more special.
There's four things that every guy is going to be looking for with a woman that he's looking to really commit and settle down with. Number one is, are you a good communicator? Do you communicate well verbally and non-verbally? And are you a good listener in that realm of communication? Can you listen effectively and be present? Can you put your phone away for just a little bit and be able to read some body language and communicate effectively about the issues you're having? And can you talk about them with him and listen, obviously? Number two is, are you active? Are you going to the gym? Are you into fitness? Do you have a fitness routine? It's huge, ladies. Not only, of course, it affects you physically and how you look, but it develops discipline. And he's going to be looking for somebody that's disciplined, that cares about their health. It cares about how they look, how they come off, how they present themselves, and just internal health and all around. That is a plus. It is a big green flag. Number three is, are you classy in conflict resolution? Can you take the tension of conflict and bring it down to a pace where you can both be there? Don't match an energy that's aggression. You don't have to do all that. Can you deal with conflict in a way where you're not running from conflict, but you're not also escalating the conflict? Can you deal with it calmly? That is going to naturally calm his ass down. He's going to say, wow, okay, she calmed me down with her calmness. That is going to be important. Four, dare I say it, a great friend group. Ladies, your friends are a reflection of you. And if you have some nasty, out of bound friends, how he feels about when you go out with them, he's going to question it. He's going to be like, why is she asking this? Drama friends? No. Are your friends fun? Are they cool? Are they collected? Are they supportive of you? all these things. Those are the big four, ladies. He's going to be looking at from a commitment standpoint of, do I really like her? He's going to think about these four things.
All right, welcome back to Unfiltered for You Stories. My name is Bernadette, and today we are going to look at some of the interesting TikToks about what men really want from a woman or in a relationship. I've seen some men talking deep truth, while others just giving random stuff. However, we are going to watch these clips, react to them, break it down, and figure out what exactly men want from a woman or in a relationship. So let's get into it, and as always, put your thoughts and opinions in the comments.
If you want a man who makes over 200K in a year, there are 5 things that he's looking for, but he won't tell you. By the way, my name is Aaron. I work for a matchmaking company helping really successful men find the kind of women that they're looking for. Anyways, number 1, they want respect in public and private. If you're not going to respect him in front of his friends, forget about it. If you're not going to respect him in private, forget about it. Now, obviously, it's up to him to demand respect and be a person that ultimately does demand respect and is a person worthy of respect, but it's also up to you to remember that. Don't forget it. And obviously, he's going to be respecting you because people that are respectful respect everybody, including themselves. Number 2, he wants a naturally feminine woman who is not passive. Guys don't want a woman that just, all right, okay, what do you want to do? I have no ideas. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, be a feminine woman, but also have your opinion. Know what you want, know what you don't want, but also let the man lead, right? Obviously, it's up to him to be a leader, but look into your feminine side. Find your feminine side and know the difference between your masculine and your feminine side, okay? 3, loyalty is huge. If you're going to go around hugging other dudes, flirting with other guys, forget about it. He's going to find somebody else. Really successful, high-value men have lots of options. So they're not going to hesitate to cut you out of their life. So just practice loyalty. Be a good, loyal person at the end of the day, okay? Number 4, social and emotional intelligence. These kind of men, they go out to different functions. They're in different social rooms. So you should be able to converse with anybody. Converse with his mom, his cousin, his friends, but also with high-level executives. If he goes out to dinners or meetings, you should be able to hold your own, have a good conversation, and ultimately have really good listening skills. Because the easiest way to get by in a social setting is just be a good listener. Ask good questions and walk around with poise and elegance. And lastly, he wants you to be his peace. Men that are making over $200, $500, $1 million a year are typically quite busy, quite stressed. They can handle more stress than the average person, and that's why they're where they're at. But what they want in a partner is someone that brings them more peace and not more stress. If you're a girl that's always asking him, why are you taking so long to message me? Why don't you answer all my phone calls? Why are you so busy working? He doesn't want to hear that. He's working, and the reason he's at where he's at is because of the ethic that he has, the work ethic that he has. So bring him peace. When he comes home, give him a hug, ask him how his day was, and just be an overall easygoing person to be around. This is the number 1 feminine trait that successful men or just masculine men desire all the time. It's not being submissive. It's not being independent. It's not just being super hot, having big tits and a big bum. It's warmth. Yes, warmth. And think about what society is telling you as a woman to act like with men. Cold. Society is teaching you that you are better than a man, that you can do anything a man can do, that you should be as cold and as masculine and as ambitious as a man is. But men do not find that attractive. Men do not want a cold woman. They want a woman that when they say, you know, I had a rough day, your woman's like, oh my God, are you okay? You must be all right. And I'm not saying they want a guy to baby them or a girl to baby them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the ultimate feminine trait is the feeling of warmth. It's like you come home to your woman and it feels like the heat is on.
You come home and you just feel like you want to hug her and you want to spend time with her. But if you come home and she's just cold, it's like it pushes you away from wanting to be vulnerable, open up, and spend that time with her. But when a woman is just so into her feminine and so relaxed and she feels safe, which is the guy's responsibility in my opinion, then he can really feel that love for her and she could feel that love for him, and the relationship gets better in that sense. So be more warm. That's it. Just imagine there's like a warm fireball in your stomach and you just want to make your partner feel that warmth. You might be surprised how much he's going to appreciate it.
Men absolutely love this one characteristic about women. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a personal favorite amongst a lot of the guys that I hang around. A girl who carries herself with a level of elegance is hands down the best characteristic a girl can have. And I'm not saying this characteristic is the end all be all, but it is a characteristic that a lot of guys love. The type of characteristic where you could take a girl to a restaurant, she looks good, she knows she's got it, but she doesn't have to flaunt it. The way that she communicates to other people when you're in public is very respectful, and she just has a level of class to her that you as a man can respect. Again, I'm not saying that this is the end all be all. You have to have other characteristics and other traits for a guy to really be into, but this is just one of them that I know a lot of guys love. A lot of people take this characteristic the wrong way because they think that guys want to like conform the girl into just being like boring, but that is not the case at all. Guys at the end of the day just want to be able to take their girlfriend out on a date in public and feel like they are respected for the way that that woman carries herself.
Alright ladies, have you ever wondered what do men want when it comes to love and relationships? And if you think that the answer is, oh, men just want to sleep with you, then let me tell you that you're in the same group as men who think, oh, women just want your money. My name is Ismael Gomez. I'm a coach, writer, and speaker. And although it's true that many guys will simply want to get in bed with you, okay? And I'm sure that you met some of them already. I hope that you don't think all of us are driven by that. So if you're the type of woman who genuinely wants a deep connection and long-lasting love with a partner, in this video I'll break down 5 psychological facts about men to help you understand what they want so you can get what you want with the partner that you choose, okay? So let's begin. Fact number 1. Men want attraction. From all the things that we look for in a woman, we definitely want to want her. But what many women don't understand is that attraction is more than skin deep. A lot of you ladies have been raised to believe that all men need is a pretty face and a rocking body, and we're gonna be happy forever with that. But tell me how many beautiful girls you've seen online complaining about not getting commitment from a guy. And here's something that I want you to understand. I've been lucky enough to have dated some wonderful, beautiful women in my life. And if there's something I've learned is that after 6 to 12 months, once you've been together for a while, once you've explored every inch of each other's bodies, it's all the same. The physical attraction stops mattering as much. And now do I like waking up next to this person? Do I enjoy spending quality time with her? This is why you see many guys date women for less than a year. And then once that physical attraction starts dissipating, they jump into a new relationship. Fact number 2. A man wants space. Don't mistake this for disinterest, okay? Giving a man space will strengthen your bond and give him time and space to miss you. A man feels suffocated when he's denied this space, okay? Or when you get needy and start becoming jealous because of it. Learn when to take a step back, and the moment will always come when he wants you around him again. Now, let me address some of the concerns that I hear, okay? That if you give a man space, he will cheat on you or go find another woman and fall in love with her. And let me tell you something lovely. If he's going to cheat, okay, it's because you chose a cheater and there's nothing that you can do about it. Also, giving space, ladies, doesn't mean that he disappears for a week and then comes back putting minimum effort and asking you to give him everything that he wants. Don't confuse this with allowing disrespect or lack of commitment. Ladies, understand this. A loyal man doesn't need to be told how to interact with other women, online or in person. He's loyal because that's who he is, not because you asked him to be. That's why I always suggest to never put pressure on a man when you're getting to know him. If he thinks that you're naive and completely unaware of his behavior, he will act openly and show you who he truly is. Number 3, men want emotional intimacy. Many men have been, raised to believe that showing emotions, is a sign of weakness, and they think that they'll be judged, or a woman will lose attraction if they're more open about their feelings. And a lot of the times it's also because they dated a woman in the past who made them feel that way. So now they hold that belief that every single woman feels the same way. This goes for every single man that you interact with. I mean, go online and see how many women are making fun of the nice guys, okay? And if you don't believe me, let me show you a clip.
Good morning, fruity. Looking juicy. Good morning, fruity.
Princess awakens from her slumber, brightening the earth and all who inhabit it. Ugh.
So yes, men crave emotional intimacy, but you have to create a safe environment for him to open up to you. Imagine becoming the person that he always wants to come to first, to share his secrets with, to share good news, to share his worries. Now, this doesn't mean becoming his therapist, okay? I know that many guys will dump all of their emotional baggage on you. The most important thing about all of this is that he needs to value your opinion, okay, and what you have to say. And the way that you can get there is by being positive, but also always telling him the truth, okay? Even when it's uncomfortable to hear. In my experience, when I can connect with a woman at a deep level, you get this feeling of coming home, when you see her, like, this is my safe place. She knows when I have doubts, when I'm trying my best, definitely when I'm at my worst, but she's not afraid to push me so I can be the best version of myself. Here's why men keep losing interest in you. And it's quite simple. The problem is that you're dealing with men who didn't have high interest in you from the beginning. He probably liked you, okay, he was single at the moment, maybe even feeling a bit lonely, and then you come along and you give him intimacy and validation, so he sticks around but never fully commits. And once other options start opening up, he cuts you off completely. And you see, the problem is not what you did last week that pushed him away, it was that you chose a man with low commitment levels. Number 4, men want physical affection. Physical touch is probably the number 1 love language for most men. And I don't mean only in the bedroom here, okay? I'm talking about small gestures like a kiss on the cheek, holding his hand, sneaking up from behind and wrapping him in a hug, especially when you do it in a seductive way. So next time that a guy is opening up to you or telling you something that's important to him, try to maybe cuddle with him or run your fingers through his hair. Spice things up with some physical affection. But like the previous points, when you see that he wants space, okay, take a step back and let him come to you. Otherwise, your touch will feel suffocating and push him further away. Final number 5, men want a woman they respect. I think I mentioned this in almost every single one of my videos because I want to make sure that it gets ingrained in your brain. Even if you do the previous 4 points that I just mentioned, okay? If a man does not respect you, then everything that you do is completely in vain. And I know what you're probably thinking, but Ismail, how do I make him respect me? Well, respect always starts with self-respect. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, okay, and ask, do I respect myself? And the easiest way to answer this is look at all the men that you've chosen in the past, okay? The guys that you're talking to right now, the guys that you're dating, because this is a reflection of the self-respect and self-love that you have for yourself. And sometimes, ladies, showing respect for yourself means being willing to walk away when you're not being treated the way that you deserve. Because here's the thing, ladies, okay? Imagine if a guy is dating 5 women at the same time. He's not exclusive with any of them, he's just getting to know them. And imagine if he starts being hot and cold with these 5 women, okay? And 4 of them start chasing him. Like, hey, what's wrong? When are we meeting again? But the 5th woman tells him, hey, lack of communication is a deal breaker for me. I wish you the best. And then she walks away. And here's what I can tell you. That man would only think about the woman that walked away. The one that didn't put up with the mixed signals, okay? That is a fact. So always be that woman.
Here's what a man really wants from his woman. He wants her to be able to trust and surrender and fully embody her femininity because she knows her man is willing to take the lead and be the person he's supposed to be to constantly provide the structure that's needed inside of a relationship. What a man does not want is for a woman to constantly be switching roles into the hyper-masculine, bringing aggression, bringing criticism, and bringing this sense of trying to prove why she is independent and doesn't really need a man in her life. A man does not want a woman who is constantly trying to compete with him. Over time, this creates this power struggle that causes friction and destruction with any type of relationship. A man wants to be with a woman who is soft, who is surrendered, who is nurtured, who is caring, who provides the gift that the woman can just provide by being in her natural role of the feminine. And as these polarities continue to show up inside of the relationship, this makes the man feel very respected. And as a man feels respected, he has no other option but to continue to pour in to his role as the leader and provide the ability for the feminine to fall back and surrender and just be who she is at her core.
What I need from a woman is not this fiery lava feeling of love. It's like, I love you 1 second, and then, oh my God, you looked at this girl, fuck you, I hate you. Like this up and down motion. What I need is when you have that lava, fiery emotion, for you to say, hey, this is an emotion inside of me. Is this worth ruining his day? Is this worth screwing up his business? Is this worth embarrassing him in front of his clients? And I put that feeling aside in service of the empire we're building together. That's respect. That woman gets the wedding ring.
The first thing that men wants, and these are in no particular order, but he wants from his lady is he wants admiration. He wants you to admire him about something. Now, he might not ever say that, but find something that you admire about your guy and tell him. That leads me to number 2. Every guy wants to be appreciated. Yeah, he knows he needs to take care of his children. He needs to provide for his family. But he wants you to tell him, y'all, stop acting like, a man is so hard. A man doesn't have feelings. Men don't want to be told that they're doing a great job. Number 3, honesty, even if it hurts. A man wants you to be honest. He wants you to be honest. And when you are honest, see, here's what happens. When you're honest with the guy, he knows what to expect from you. He knows that you're not going to bullshit him. He knows that you're not going to tell him lies. He knows that he can always count on getting the truth from you. A man wants that. And the 4th and final thing that I have is a man. Now, this might sound crazy as hell, but a man wants a woman who will stand up for herself. Now, a lot of us men, we're full of shit. I mean, we got some game with us, right? But we want a woman who has a backbone, who's willing to stand up for her principles.
All right, ladies, this is what men are really looking for in a woman, what they're the most attracted to the point where they're just going to become absolutely obsessed with you. Welcome to the Daddy Academy. Contrary to belief, okay, men actually really do love women that have high standards. If a man is gonna wife you up, lock you down, he doesn't want to know that every Joe Schmo can get you. He wants to know that, no, I'm the guy who was able to get you because I'm the... All right, men like being with women that make them feel like the fucking man. Remember, masculine, feminine polarity. So him feeling like I had to pursue and I got this woman who's the prize, who has these high standards for herself, and she's just like, she puts herself on such a pedestal, but not in a conceited way. And I'll get to that, my second point of this. That is attractive. Men want something that not all other men can have. But there is a paradox to this, that it separates men who are in their higher level of consciousness versus kind of like lizard brain men, because men and people in general, we do also like things that are easy, the lower level consciousness, right? So men who chase just sexual validation and sleeping with a lot of women or whatever, they want that, but they're not going to value that. I use this analogy a lot. It's kind of a funny one, but like, are you Nobu? Where, oh, Saturday night Nobu, I'm getting my best outfit. Like, it's going to be a night. I'm really excited about this. I'm prioritizing this night. Or are you McDonald's? Okay, McDonald's. I love McDonald's. Everybody loves McDonald's, but am I valuing McDonald's? Men value things that are scarce, valuable, hard to get. The other part of it is this though. So like, it's high standards while also nurturing the connection. I say to women all the time, I say, ladies, do less. But when I say do less, it's as far as like the pursuing, okay? You're not pursuing him. You're the bowling alley lanes. He's rolling the ball down the lanes, and your bumpers of your standards and your boundaries will keep him on course if he's pursuing that. Your job is to throw the dog a bone, nurture that connection. If you love what the guy's doing, text him appropriately. Like, be yourself. Trusting yourself in dating will allow you to be yourself and to nurture that connection between the two of you. Don't be afraid to show a man that you like him. Text him like you like him. If you have boundaries and standards and you trust yourself, like, a man wants to be liked. A healthy masculine man wants to be liked by a woman who he likes. So if you're trying to play games and manufacture things and play little I'm telling you, you're gonna self-sabotage it with a good guy. Trusting yourself as a woman, knowing what you want, and not being afraid to say and show that you're enjoying a man's company and what he's doing and how he's providing for you, that is ultra feminine, and men love that.
Here's what every masculine man wants to hear from his feminine partner. I appreciate you. Thank you for working so hard for us. I feel honored when you prioritize me. I feel protected and provided for because you take care of the finances. I feel safe when you hold me. I feel excited about the direction that you have for us. Knowing and watching you take care of things allows me to relax, rejuvenate, and rest. I feel free to be me when I'm with you. Recognize that all these phrases come from a space of vulnerability, of openness, of receptivity, which I understand is absolutely challenging. For those of you ladies who have had a challenge in the past in your relationship, or continue to face those challenges in your marriage, to where you don't feel vulnerable, you may not feel safe and secure, where you feel like you have to put walls up to protect yourself, to provide for yourself. And the last thing you feel in your body is to be vulnerable. I get it. I understand. We work with women every single day in your space, but you can heal. And you certainly don't have to wait on your boyfriend, on a future partner, on your husband in order to heal yourself. And it's certainly not your husband's responsibility to ensure that you are healing. It is his responsibility to provide the safety and security so that you can make those choices to move yourself forward. But it is your responsibility to begin that healing process, healing those past wounds and trauma, those emotional wounds that keep your walls up and your vulnerability out. So ladies, if those phrases seem so far away, seem not possible to express in your current environment, it's time to ask why. Begin to get real with yourself and write down the reasons why you feel unsafe, why you feel insecure, why you feel unprotected within your relationship, within your marriage, or of your relationships of the past.
What does a husband need from a wife? This is so misunderstood. Men don't even know how to articulate what they really, really need from their wives. But what it really is, in one word, is receptivity. When a woman receives what her husband is giving, he feels so deeply satisfied, because the truth is, a man doesn't want to take from his wife. He wants to give to her. And the greatest pleasure he has is when whatever it is that he's giving out, she is imbibing, she's absorbing, she's making it her own. That's what a man needs from a wife.
You know what's funny after watching all these clips? I feel like everyone is kind of saying the same thing, but just in different ways. Most guys just want peace, loyalty, respect, and real connection. Like, that is the most common thing about all the guys who are saying what they want from a woman or in a relationship. But the internet sometimes finds a way of making things sound like they are so complicated for us, the women, and they make us to do a lot of research and wanting to really know what these guys want. And I think most of these things, some of them are just for content. Otherwise, it's not something that is so hard for us women to handle or to have. We can easily have these qualities and hope when we have them, we shall have the men also appreciate us and pick us up, not just leaving us still wondering what exactly do they want. After listening to all this, I made it purposely long so that we get to know what exactly men want or expect from us as their partners or as their girlfriends. I know everyone has their own opinion of what a relationship should be like, what kind of woman like they really want, but there's no one who is perfect. Some of the things we can work on them as we get along, and then it's something required from both sides. Much as you want the women to have these things, but also it takes some effort on the men's side. You may find that I'm a respectful woman, but what about you, the man who is like interested in me? Do you also respect me? So it is a two-way thing. I give you what you give me. I am loyal to you when you're loyal to me. But if you're not loyal to me, I might pull back and say, no, I will not go with this man. So if you expect me to be loyal to you, and yet for you, you are always all over, like looking at other women or other girls, then it makes no sense. It means it is a one-sided thing. So it's a two-way thing. And what I know, there is no relationship that is perfect. Sometimes we begin by learning from each other. We have heard what you want from our side. And please, all the ladies, I hope you gather here because I really wanted this video to help us out. There are so many things going on and men keep on complaining. We are not this, we are not that, we are what. So ladies, gather here and we listen to these men, what they are telling us. And in case you don't have certain qualities, you can check on yourself. You can read through, you can watch this video over and over so that you hear what exactly these men want or expect from us. And you check on yourself and work upon it. Because it's all about learning. We had past relationships, maybe which didn't work out, but we are working towards the next relationship. We want things to go well. No, it may not exactly be perfect, but at least there should be a difference between the previous relationship and a new relationship. So if you have anything that you did in the past that you need to work upon according to what they have said, if something was missing on your side, maybe you were not mentally healthy, maybe you just need to heal from your past before you jump into a new relationship, because that is also something very important. If you had a heartbreak or if you have just divorced, for example, in less than a year, 6 months, it becomes a bit hard to catch up or to go into a new relationship and things work out. Believe me, you will still have trauma. You may want to jump into a new relationship just to heal from the past, but it doesn't help. You need to work on yourself first before you get into a new relationship. And this is from both sides. If you're a man and you think you're going to jump into a new relationship just to forget about your past or to forget about your ex, it won't help. You need to work on yourself. Go for therapy if it is needed, counseling, work out with your spiritual person or whatever, so that you get back into your real self, not running away from issues. However, we have heard you men and we appreciate. I know people are going to improve after watching this. But also some men work on yourselves. There are some men who are also having issues. And believe me, even women have their complaints about the men. But today, this video is about men, what they want from a woman or what they expect from a relationship. Anyway, that is just my take. What do you think? Do you agree with some of these TikToks? You can put it all in the comments. Men, your contribution matters. We need to hear from you more. If there is something that was missed out, please put in the comments. If there is some point that you feel was not well explained, you can still talk about it. So I'll be waiting for your comments. Ladies, you are very free to also put your comments, your thoughts. I love hearing from different perspectives. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And feel free to tell me what topic you would like me to bring up next. But maybe I will talk about what women want or expect from a man or from a relationship. I think that will be the next topic. However, put in your suggestions. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to bring on the table? So let's keep it real, keep it simple. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.